Most companies that I've talked to have said that they know they should probably be making video, but they just either haven't tried it or they've burned a ton of time and money on something that just simply didn't work for them. So in this video, I'm going to break down for you the exact strategies that we've used for our billion-dollar clients, but also the local businesses that we've worked with to help them grow and accelerate with video. The first thing you can do to set yourself apart with your company's videos is to take an initiative to actually research the kind of video you're making before you actually make it. And this isn't just as broad or as vague as looking up how to make a recruitment video or how to make a company culture video. No, this is a lot more specific in looking at your competitors, looking at bigger companies in your space, other companies in your space, seeing the videos that they've tried, and especially looking at those campaigns that won for them, that did really well, things that they're clearly still doing well because they're pinned on their social medias or they're plastered on the front of their website. And then you look at the common factors between these winning samples, and then you use that information to then start planning your project. So before we even think about any specifics for your project in general, we're already looking at common factors, trends, and winning strategies that we can use based on your competitors and other things that have already been made within your market. Now that you have the research done within your market, you can actually start to apply specific strategies for your own company. So again, we're not going to touch any of the production details yet, and we're going to start this process by going into the specific goals tied to this video. So maybe that's recruitment, maybe that's speeding up your sales process, maybe that's improving your lead generation, maybe that's training people faster. You know, it could be a number of these things, it could be all of these things. But the point is the sooner we can figure out these goals, the sooner we can start targeting the video to actually solve those goals. And we'll do that through the script, we'll do that through the story, we'll do that through the graphics, we'll do that through the people that we choose to interview. We'll do that through every part of the video. So it's really important to identify this early on in the process so every part of the video, even throughout the distribution, can be optimized and oriented to solve these goals. Now, the reason why this step is so important and why so many people are missing out on it is because if you're looking to get an ROI on your videos, then the videos should have a specific purpose to serve so that you can actually measure the money that they're generating. Now, if you just make a general brand video or you make a generic commercial and you make something without much of a thought of where is this going to be distributed, what's this purpose is this going to serve, is it anything really besides just a pretty piece to hang up on our website, then it's going to be really hard to track what that video is actually doing for you. And because production is such an expensive thing, it's going to be really hard to justify that cost. So now that you've done your market research and you know exactly what goals you want your video to solve, it's time to talk about what videos you can make within the space. So like I said, we've worked with tons of brands from billion-dollar companies to local businesses. And today I want to share with you basically the top 5 most popular video styles that we've worked on, and most importantly, what we've seen deliver the highest ROI for these businesses. So one of our favorite kinds of videos to make that work across almost every single industry is a customer testimonial video. And the reason that this is so easy is because they're super low effort to make, they're very high impact to your business, and you can use them in so many different places. You can use these in direct sales conversations. You can use these in widespread marketing campaigns. You can use these on your website, on your social media, at trade shows, at conferences. It's really an unlimited list, and it's so valuable because it's basically like having a Trustpilot or Google review for your business, but it's in video format and it's face-to-face with a real customer, not an actor, right? And somebody that your clients or future clients can see and look at and understand, okay, this is a person who's similar in my position, who has similar views as me, who wants similar outcomes of, you know, whatever product or service that they're buying. And seeing that professed over a 3 to 5 minute video versus like a 1-paragraph Google review is a world of a difference. And it's actually enough of a difference to be a lot of the times if somebody will work with you or the company that just has a couple of text-based reviews on their website. And this is so valuable because even one sale can pay off the entire video. But if you distribute this video throughout all of those different platforms I mentioned over multiple years, can you imagine how much that would do for you? It's insanely valuable. So customer testimonials are definitely high up on the list. The next style of video that I would highly recommend is a recruitment video. And this is great for companies like construction companies, healthcare companies, or manufacturing companies, or really any firm with a large workforce. These are so valuable because what they're going to do is they're going to attract high quality talent. They're going to live for you in the background. And when you're constantly hiring, the people that are coming through are already pre-filtered for your HR team. So they don't have to waste a ton of time on people that aren't going to align with your values. They don't have to waste their time with people that aren't qualified. And they don't have to spend a ton of time sifting through all these job applications that could have been an immediate no if there was a video to qualify the applicants or to give them extra opportunities to stand out on their job application. One of the internal recruitment videos we made at Nonagon was a 20-minute long video, and at the very end of the video, because we had been saying the entire time that we were looking for a detail-oriented person, we gave them a special code word and said to email this address with this code word, and the only people that would be considered for this application were the people that watched the entire length of the 20-minute video, finished it to the end, and got the special code word. And on top of that, if people had watched it all the way through, actually, they would have realized there was a secondary code word they had to tack on top of it that would have been in the middle of the video. So this is just a small little trick we like to use within our own company to identify high quality talent. And it's not necessary to have for your business, but like I said, if you're hiring a lot of people, it's definitely going to save you a lot of time and money in the long run. So this is a huge one for ROI. Now, you probably all saw this coming, but the next one is definitely going to have to be social media content. And this just has to do with how popular it's gotten over the last few years. At first, a lot of us thought, myself included, that it's not the place for B2B companies, it's not the place for high ticket sales, but we've been proven wrong time and time again. Even within our own business, like I said earlier, we've started to use this to our own advantage. Social media has become a fantastic place to generate high quality, high value leads and prospects for your business. So if you aren't taking advantage of it already, then it's definitely a place that you should be focusing on, and only with the right approach, because a lot of people have burned a lot of money on social media efforts that haven't done anything for their business. And what this is because of is that they just post videos with traditional production methods thinking that's going to perform well on social media. Or on the flip side, they just work with a social media marketing company who's only focused on the social media marketing and not focused on the production. So what we offer at Nonagon is basically a blend of both. A company that's focused on the social media growth and strategy, but also on the production quality and matching your brand and being loyal to who you are. So that is one of the most popular services that we've been doing the last couple of years here. And it's one of the things that I recommend highly to anybody that comes through, because it's a great, light, and easy way to get started with video production for your business. So the next video idea is something that's basically only applicable to nonprofits and NGOs. So if that's not you, feel free to skip to the next idea. It's the last one, and like I said, it is the best. So this is going to be a fundraising video, and this is something you can play at galas, at events, you can send out through email campaigns, but most importantly, you can use it time and time again. For example, if you're a nonprofit and you want to share the story of some of the people or communities or places that you've impacted, and you want to share this over the course of 5 years or 6 years, these stories aren't going to expire. They aren't going to go anywhere, and they aren't something that you need to update every single year. So if you're advertising these videos in different places, if you're taking them to different events, to different conferences, this is going to be an asset that's going to serve you and fundraise for you time and time again. And I don't really think I need to explain why it's so much more impactful to hear somebody's story through a video than just seeing it through a poster. Like I said, I'm going to save the best for last. So the most powerful, the best, the #1 video that any business can have is going to be a brand story video. Brand story videos are the flagship product because they're something that you can use everywhere. In the same way I was saying that you could use customer testimonial videos in every place, you could use brand story videos in those places and more. And as a part of that, customer testimonials can be a part of your brand story video. So can employee testimonials that could become a recruitment video. So could partner stories that could become a fundraising video. And you could even get B-roll clips for your social media. The point is that brand story videos are so powerful, and all of the content that you're going to get to produce your brand story video can be re-optimized and turned into other video assets for your brand. So like I said, this is the flagship video. It's the most popular video we've done across every single industry. And if you're going to do any video, I highly recommend doing the brand story video first and saving the rest for later. It's not that the others aren't important, but the brand story video is going to knock out a lot of the same goals while still having a targeted approach and not being too broad. So if you're a business that has tried to invest in video or create video before and it hasn't worked for you, I highly recommend applying one or all of these strategies to your business. They are going to serve you so much in the long term and be very profitable for you. If you want to work with our team and have a free strategy session to learn about our process and what we can do for you, feel free to click the link at the top of the description. Otherwise, I'm always posting free value on this channel, so hit the subscribe button and I will see you in the next video.